Hey y'all, welcome to the Filling Station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in this market or to just learn from the market. But first, let me give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. But if you could please like, share, subscribe, y'all. We learn and we grow together. With that being said, let's get started. So we are looking at AMD. We closed at 238.60, and as you can see, it seems like we're finding support here at this 237.56, right? Resistance possibly here at the 240.87. Yes, now should we break that, we could possibly have trouble again around the 241.85 and breaking that level 243.91. Should we break the 243.91 for AMD, we could very well continue climbing. Let's say that. Now let's look back to the downside under 237.75. The ATR trailing stop is right where that 50 EMA is as of now, 235.91. Should we break that, we could possibly find support again around the 233.48, which puts us over in this area here. So breaking this level, with the next level I have marked here is around 230.17, breaking that 226.81. There's a few layers here down to the 225.80. that is kind of like in between our 200 EMA at the 226.39 as of now on this 30-minute chart. However, breaking this level here, we could very well come back to 224.49, and then here at 223.20, breaking that 221.49, and under that level 219.89. So if you're trading AMD today, I say it often, y'all, trade carefully, mark your levels. Once it goes against your reason for getting in the trade, get out, right? So we are now looking at Meta. We close at 717.55. Seems like we've come off this 709 low only to come back up to an area. Let's say support is around the 720. Resistance, we can say, is around the 721.33, not very far away. And I can go ahead and mark that. Why? Because there's a little bit of distance between this line and this line here. So I'm going to mark this here. So price gathered again in this area. So we're going to say support is around the 720, resistance 721.29. To the upside, we would need to break above that 721.29, possibly have trouble 722.15, 722.93, 723.81, 724.49, and breaking that 725.46. Those are possible areas of resistance for Meta today. So that 724.49 area, breaking that 725.46, and again here at 726.01, breaking the 726.01, 726.93. Again, possible areas of resistance. Now back to the downside, support areas under the 720, we could possibly find support 719.08, breaking that 718.63, breaking that 717.79. And should we break that level 717.04, breaking that 717.04, 716.37. Now if we break that 716.37, y'all see there's a few layers of support here under that 200 EMA around the 715.98 or 715. Yes, 98 area, but I do have the 715.58. So there's a few layers of support here. Let's say we break under the 714.77 down to the 713.96, breaking that level 712.86, and again here 712.03, breaking the 712.03, 711.27. So if you are trading Meta today, those are possible areas of support and resistance. Again, not financial advice, right? So we are looking at NVDA. We closed at 179.83. Looks as if we support could be here at this 181.53 area, or you could use the moving averages here around the 180. I would just use, yes, the 181.53. We can say resistance is here at the 182.14. Now, should we break back to the upside, we could possibly have trouble around this area of 182.28. Breaking that brings us back to 182.56. Y'all see the ATR trailing stop is really close to a line that I have marked at 182.88. Breaking that level, 183.05. Again at 183.30, 183.42. 183.74, 183.92. Those are possible areas of resistance for NVIDIA as of now. So breaking under the 181.53, 181.28, 181.07, 180.76. and breaking that 180.31. Those are possible areas of support. Under that 180.31 area, let's see here, we could possibly find support 180.12. Under that level, 179.93, 179.74, 179.51. Again, I look at support and resistance on a smaller scale. Why? Because when I'm in the trade, I kind of want to know where my possible trouble places are, right? So we are now looking at the SPY. We close at 665.17, and as you can see, y'all, we're finding support right now at the 666.96 area. We can say that resistance 667.97. Back to the upside, we would need to break that. We could still possibly have trouble 668.58, breaking that level possibly 669.01, 669.45, 669.85, and breaking the 669.85 area. We could possibly have trouble 670.35, 670.66. Those are possible areas of resistance for the SPY today. Now breaking under the 666.96, y'all see that 220 EMA, is coming right at a level that we have marked at the 666.71, breaking that 666.30, 666.12, 665.85. That's a lot of sixes. 665.85. That's right where our 50 EMA is as of now. Breaking that level, 665.46, 665.16. There's a few layers of support for the SPY here. Using the ATR trailing stops, in my opinion, that's a strong support or a strong resistance area. It is support in this case. So that 665.09, let's say if we break under that around the 664.89 area, we could come back to the 664.55 and again 664.12, breaking that somewhere around the 663.41. So if the SPY is something that you trade today, y'all, I say it so often, trade carefully, mark your levels. Once it goes against your why or your reason for getting in the trade, get out, right? So we are now looking at Tesla, and I say it so often, y'all, Tesla does what Tesla does, right? So we closed at 435.15 after coming off of this 426 low here. We broke. What's interesting is even after coming down here on yesterday, price still came back, body came back here to the 428.60. In my opinion, that is a strong level of support for Tesla, and that 441.40, 440.41 is also, in my opinion, a strong area of resistance. So we're kind of trading in that zone. So as of now, support for Tesla is around the 434.54. We can say the resistance 436.19. To the upside, we would need to get back above that and break beyond the or possibly have trouble 436.99, breaking that level 437.71, 438.42. 439.27. Y'all see the ATR trailing stop is right there at the 439.08, not very far away. However, breaking this 439 area, we could possibly come back and retest the 440.41. Now, if we should break above that 440.41, we could possibly have trouble again. 442.29, 443.13, 443.78, and 444.35. Those are possible areas of resistance for Tesla as of now. Back to the downside under the 434.54. I have the next level here, 433.50, which we've been holding in this area here. As you can see here, 433.50, breaking that brings us back to 432.22, breaking that 432.22. In my opinion, that was another strong area of support for Tesla. Breaking that, we could very well come back and retest that 430.55. Something stopped us here. Breaking that 430.55, I have the next level 429.99, and breaking that brings us back to that 428.60. If we should break that 428.60, in my opinion, again, we've broken through a strong level of support. We could very well come back to 428.01, 427.26, 426.43, 425.70. Breaking that 425.70 for Tesla, we could very well come back down to the 423.25. Keep in mind, we could very well get stopped out anywhere in this area here. So if Tesla is something that you trade, y'all trade carefully, mark your levels. Once it goes against your reason for getting in the trade, get out. So y'all, this is what I see when I look at the market. And I say it so often, there's so many different ways to trade the market, and what's challenging again is trying to figure out the strategy that works best for you and for you to have the discipline to execute your plan. So I hope that everyone have a very profitable and a very, very productive day today. Again, if you could please like, share, subscribe, y'all. We learn and we grow together. With that being said, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others. Until next time.